When do you start using carton to create this kind of beautiful stuff?
It started during the lockdown. I bored doing nothing at home, so I decided to do something. I made a house, a safe lock, a dispenser.
How do you start thinking about it? Do you watch something for you to be able to bring this state together?
On my way to school, I picture some houses that I feel that they are good. I sketch them. I combine different houses together to form a house.
Well, you're going to explain to me how this thing works.
So when we just put it, break the ice block, put it inside here, easy to do anything we want to do, like easy to eat or do something else.
Wow. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Be Inspired with Sumela Bute. My guest today is 15-year-old inventor from Abia State, Nigeria. His father died while he was only 6-year-old, leaving his mom to raise him alongside two younger siblings. Like most kids who have been at home due to COVID-19 lockdown, but with nothing to do, he decided to spend his time creating various toys and household items using carton papers. In the last 3 months, with just carton papers readily available around him and a lot of creativity and imagination, he has been able to create toy cars, a water dispenser, a cash safe box, and a very beautiful home. He has received a lot of social media buzz around his creations. This has helped him get some considerable amount of help. A donor has offered to pay for his WAEC examination coming up next year. Please welcome Benjamin Ogbujah. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome to my show. So you're going to tell me how this whole thing started. When do you start using carton to create this kind of beautiful stuff?
Okay. It started during the lockdown, the COVID-19 pandemic, as you all know. Bored doing nothing at home. I stayed at home for 3 weeks doing nothing. No movement. We were not going to school at that time. There was no church activity, so I decided to do something. At least I have carton, I can draw very well, and I have floaters and foil to make the gum which I use. So I decided to give it a try. The first thing I did was a house.
Okay.
I first did the house with carton and some toys and flour and a small container for swimming pool. But initially, I made a house 2 years back, but it wasn't good in my eyes. So I decided to give it another try. I tried another house. It was better than the first one, but I gave it out. After that, I made a car and it worked. So I stopped for a while because of school activities and other things. So now this COVID-19 pandemic that made everyone to stay at home and discover the passion you have for everything. So I decided to at least continue with what I started before to perfect it. So when I made a house, a safe lock, a dispenser, I even tried an air cooler.
Wow.
And I tried making a transformer, but it wasn't working automatically, just manual. So that was how it started.
Wow, that's so impressive. So does it mean that you've been doing something before you started creating using carton? What are the things that you were doing before you started using carton to create things?
I started with carton. I did not start with another thing.
Okay.
So I started with carton. I felt the first thing I ever made was a house. That was the first thing I made.
How do you start thinking about it? Do you watch something for you to be able to bring this state together? Is it that you have a picture of something that you now decided to recreate it using cartons?
On my way to school, I picture some houses that I feel that they are good. I sketch them. I combine different houses together to form a house. So I can just sit, just look at your house, draw it down. I have a personal book I used to draw what I'm going to make. So I'll draw down the house. If I see another house somewhere else, I'll draw that one down. So when I get home, I'll now think about how to put everything together. And sometimes if I don't get it right, I use YouTube as
Okay.
help too.
Wow. That's so amazing. So does it mean that you get carton from stores? Where do you get all your carton and then everything that you use to bring it together?
The for like the carton I get it from store, while the papers I have them at home. The floaters is easy to find anywhere. And the fuel, if you buy fuel for them too, you can just use small out of it. And every most of the materials they are just home, that you can find them at home. That's what it's called homemade.
Okay, okay, nice. So does it mean all how about the one that you've done before? Where is it? The one you've done because you say you've made some different things and
Yeah,
this is not this I'm sure this is not the first one that you've
yeah,
ever
it's not
made.
impossible.
So where do you put them? Do you give it out or you sell it?
I gave three out. The first three outs I made, I gave them out. Then the car I did, I later used the rotor to do another thing, so I just remove it.
So what did your mommy say about it when you started putting all those things together?
She was very, very impressed.
She was very impressed
Yeah.
with the work you. How about your school? What did they say about it?
My school, why I'm not in Jet Club because there's a club known as Jet Club where you come and bring your ideas, but I'm not in that club. So
Why are you not in that club?
uh, I'm in Young Farmers. I prefer Young Farmers to Jet Club.
Okay, they have different kind of club in your school.
Yeah.
So young farmers, what do they do? What are the things that they do? Young farmers and the Jet Club, what are the things that they do?
In Young Farmers, we cultivate crops, like we've reared chicken and we're rearing catfish. So that's the thing we're doing in Young Farmers, just cultivating and rearing of animals.
Wow. So how about the Jet Club?
Jet Club, they just bring their idea. Each student will release an idea of his own, and everyone in the club will join together to make that stuff that a student has already said.
So meaning that you're supposed to be in Jet Club based on this thing that you've created.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. So we're going to go on short break and then we'll be right back. Hey there, have you subscribed? Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Welcome back to Be Inspired with Wamela Bate. So Benjamin, you're going to tell me what are the challenges you face in creating this thing because I know that your mom, she's the only one taking care of you guys. So what are the challenges in terms of the fund and the support?
Okay. In terms of fund, I know it's not easy for me to get money to start doing all this stuff. So at least I do some savings. Like the money I save, I can just use it to buy something, or like my feeding money, I can just save it when the thing is at least enough for me to get the materials I need. So I'll just buy and start.
Great. So we are going to explain to me this how this thing work. So what are the creative behind this? Why do you create this one and this?
This is a dispenser, but I use it for drink. There's something they call Eve, a sachet substance that if you mix with water, it will turn to a drink. So I made this thing just for that Eve because we love drinking Eve, me and my brothers. So we love drinking. I made this stuff to be able, as in, just to look, how will I say it, like this is like the pipe of there's a host inside this stuff connected to this bottle. So I bored a hole inside this bottle, put the pipe and brought this stuff out. When I put the Eve inside this stuff, I put water inside the freezer for it to become ice block. So when we put it, like now there's no water inside, so it's not going to come out. Just press this back and put your cup here. So when we just put it, break the ice block, put it inside here, use it to do anything we want to do, like we can use it to eat or do something else.
Wow. So how about this one? How does this work?
This is a safe lock. It has combination. Let's just assume this one was made out of metal. It's not going to be easy for anybody to just
break into
break in
it.
and like now it's locked.
Okay.
As you can see, it's locked. But if I put the right combination,
Numbers.
yeah.
So with does it mean oh wow. So does it mean that with this carton you can still lock? But if you have like a good metal, you can create it that it will be very difficult for anybody to break in.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Benjamin, you're going to explain to me if I want to build a home, what are the like real house? What are the material that the software you will need? Do you know how to use this software to design this thing?
I was just learning the basics. I've not gone deep into it. Just to, what I just learned about 3 weeks ago, just how to make the plan using a 3D plan view, just to make the plan. But right now, I'm not into it fully. Just
Okay.
know the basics.
So meaning that when you be able to learn how all those one, you can actually create something using those software to
Yes.
bring it back to life. That's so amazing. So how do you intend to take this further? What are your plans? What do you plan to do?
Actually, I don't plan to take it further first. Education comes first. So at least if I'm well educated, I can continue with this. But for now, education comes first.
So you want to go back to school to
Yeah.
learn the act of making this kind of thing using the real software and the
Yes.
designing very well. Then you can now come back to this.
Yeah.
That's very, very impressive. So Benjamin, you're going to tell me what next for you now. So
What next from now? I need to God be with me, and I need support, as in someone that will help me to further my education into university levels, because my mom can't afford that. She's a single mom, and the tuition is too much for her. So I need support. God should just help me touch someone's heart to further my education in university level.
to be able to continue with your passion,
Yeah.
right? That's amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure you're being inspired by Benjamin's story. He's a young, talented kid who used just carton to create this. We don't want him to end up on the streets. That's why we count on you for support. You need to go back to school, and I'm sure you're going to reach out to him. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Be Inspired with Melabite. Bye for now.